Oh, g'day trendsetters. Welcome to the new year. Pretty wild that it's 2025 already. Wowzers. Well, for 2025, we're going to kick in to gear the Spoken Trail. So a lot of you guys started watching that during COVID. A lot of you guys started watching it. So now we're going to build that up this year, create a few more episodes, give you a bit more meat, and give you something to watch from all around Wollongong. Hopefully get down the coast, bit of Canberra action, see how we go. But today, I'm going to take you on one of my classic rides from Wollongong. So straight up Keira Road, I'm on my e-bike, which makes it easy. Straight up Keira Road, give you a look at some known favourites, some goodies, and all the good stuff in between. Bit of a classic sloop so you can follow along at home and enjoy. It's nice to sneak up this little bad boy. This is the missing link. Now it's predominantly a downhill track, but you can rip up it as well. It's good on the XC bike, trail bike. It's a bit of a punch on the enduro bike instead of ripping up the road, but regardless, it's nice and fun. It's good fun on the e-bike for sure. Bunch of little techie sections, fun little descent, get you off the road for a little bit. Happy days. A little bit taut, let me tell you. It's not just my pants after Christmas, that's for sure. What up? This track in here, the missing link. It's been around for a long time here in Wollongong. It's good fun. It's good fun either direction really. There's a whole bunch of janky bits and pieces to get you out. Good fun checker climb again. Tried to change gears early there, not get caught in the lag so I can get on top of the motor. Nicest part to come home, check out the views. A nice little way to break up the climb coming up those two tracks, especially on the e-bike. It's one of my favourite parts about having an e-bike is ripping up the climbs, tech stuff, the uphill fast berms, and instead of just sitting on the road for 17 minutes, you know, a couple of extra minutes. By this stage you should be at about 16-17 minutes coming up the hill on your e-bike. 20 minutes in, we've already got a couple of trails. Let's go and check out the next one. From Keira Road, we're on to Clyde Bissell Drive. I'm going to sneak into this little number. So this is the start of CBD. I got my gear sorted and put it back into boost. Boost, bro. Up. Trail gets you off the road. It's nice and sandy. That's good in most conditions. And it's enough tech to wet your whistle and carry on. Up. It's crazy how quick the dirt changes. Just on that southern side of Keira, it's clay rock. Not much going on. We come out to the exposed ridge line. Booyah! Bunch of sandstone and sand. Pretty awesome. This little climb done. City to our right. Alright. And now you guys get to see just how plush my DVO Onyx fork is. On this bike at the moment, I've got it set up with a 160 Onyx, which is sick. A little bit shorter, a little bit closer to stock, and I've got a custom double overstroked coil shock out back, which again gives me closer to 160mm travel out rear. Lovely. 150mm is standard, so a little bit overstroked in the fork, a little bit of overstroke in the rear, but still nice and balanced and playful. Oh, look at the berms in here. Lovely. Up. here. Little steep little chute. Gives me some derby vibes. You might have seen this already. That track's called Pickets actually. You might have seen this already on my Instagram. Woo! So from Pickets, middle of CBD, back in. Now this is CBD proper. Not that the other bit isn't CBD, but this is pretty much what you would call the actual CBD track. That upper part's kind of called Pickets now, and this is CBD, Clyde Bissell Drive. A lot of fun. We get back into a bit of dirt here, bit of sand, a bit of a mix, some mega cool old trees. It's quite undulating, it's flowy, a little bit tech, but just enough spice to make things nice. There's the Muzzy Graham roots right there. Donated some of his nose to that bad boy. Oh, that was to the face. Aggressive. Jesus. So as you can see, kind of mirror the road here. This one is a little bit tech. You would call this a blue track, I would, like a normal blue, not a spicy blue. I'll bring my kids down here, my 9-year-old, my 7-year-old, maybe not my wife. So after that little climb here, we're back into the descent on a descending part. Whoa, someone's had a big wash out there. This bit's fun. Bit of wall ride. Oh, sick. Explode out of there. Some of the coolest berms we have in Wollongong right here. Oh, feel just the handlebars try and dig into the dirt there. Lovely. Couldn't tell you how much I've ridden these corners thousands of times. I still enjoy it. Like I said, still a favourite classics loop of mine to get up here, check out the mountain. It's always a good reset. You're traveling the world, or anywhere from South America to Brazil, Poland, the Alps of France, Switzerland, but you come home, there's always a fun classics loop that brings you right back. It's sick. Still in boost mode here, just because I can. Not really necessary, but it's fun. Through a little split here, that way. There's a bunch of cool jumps, but we'll stick to the OG for today. So I'll pick the corner. Oh, sick. Dirt's nice too. Lovely. That's giving me way too much confidence. Oh, look at this. Slap at the base. Hot, hot. Double, double, double. I'm gonna pull for a big one here. What? Didn't get it. I want it, son. I need to ride this track 1,001 times. Ooh. Lovely. Got the big wombat holes around here, the big bottoms, and digging around. As you can see, it's not gnarly. There's a few roots kicking around. It's a bit spicy in the wet, but it's super fun. Make it chill and real enjoyable. Log ride to finish. And zing zing. So from here, you can peel her out left, a little bit of debris, left to the road of CBD, top of Mount Ousley is just there, or you can peel right here, and once again, enjoy a bit of single track. This nice little climb back up will take you all the way back up to where we started, the main OG, the original gangster part of CBD. Might have seen the sign there. This one's called Pins. There's another section called Needles. and a section later called Liar Liar. And you can just cruise back up the road for sure, which is lovely. It's easy. It's a nice road to meander back up. But this climb just makes you feel like you're riding your mountain bike, which is pretty cool. It's not really about the time. Big old termite nest. Bad boy's massive. Now it's not really about time. It's about going for a mountain bike ride, which is lovely. On the e-bike, super chill. Nice and tech. Flows fast. Couple of funky little corners. A lot of fun. Now you can step into this and make it like a proper XC loop, which is what I, again, used to do when I was prepping for EXC events. So I kind of loop this up and down, a few sneaky little bits in between to give me some more steeper climbs. So loop this up and down here on the rivet and try and ride my e-bike right on 25. So if we get to here, that's a bit disheveled at the moment. That bad boy's hooch. By far one of my favorite tracks on this side of the mountain. It's a bit cooked due to the weather recently, so we'll give that one a miss for today. The moment it's cleared out, I'll let you guys know. Ooh. Once again, I've got it in boost still. Staying on top of my gearing, trying to keep somewhat of a high cadence so I don't get bogged down. Oh, cheeky little bridge. Oh, it's a missing pallet there. Trying not to get bogged down so I can just stay on top of the motor and keep my momentum high. So just on the entrance here, I know it's going up. Grab 2 gears and it's ready for my exit. If you don't know the track, just stay in a somewhat easier gear when you're pedaling. Don't be pushing the limit. We're trying not to be below about 80 RPM, I guess, which you can probably tell on your computers in here if you got a cadence sensor or your particular bike. So when you get on flat bits, you want to grab gears, but grab an easier one or 2 so the motor and you can accelerate out of the exits. So that was pins, this is needles. And I'm not talking about the South African downhill wizard, Andrew Needling. So on this flat bit here, this kind of meanders, so I'm gonna grab a couple of gears. You can see the big wall ride come down. Bit of a reference to see where you are. So I can grab a couple more gears here, slightly lower cadence with bang, uphill corner. 2 hits on the shifter to an easy gear, and away we go. So spin that up. Another thing with e-bikes too, don't be so quick to grab gears when it gets steep. Let them spin up. Let them spin to get on top of the motor, on top of the power delivery, and then grab some gears and use that momentum to rip your speed up to whatever its maximum is. That's one thing a lot of people get caught out on e-bikes. They get the wrong gear. It's easy to go fast, so they just keep grabbing gears and pedaling faster, especially beginner mountain bike riders, beginner e-bike riders. You go so fast, you just want to go faster. But it doesn't help your cadence, doesn't help the motor, doesn't help your overall speed on the trail. It was like you're having a tear off there. I rubbed my nose. You can see CBD coming back towards us. So we're on the return loop of Needles at the moment. Sorry, right now we're on Liar Liar, which is the return loop that mirrors CBD just over there. We're gonna cut out just a little early. And just like that, we're back on the CBD. So if you have a Shimano motor, you can notice here, I've got a couple of different modes on mine. So I've got 4 modes. This one's about 20, Eco's about 20 or so Newton meters. This one's about 30 or 40, mode 2. Mode 3, I've got close to 70 Newton meters. And the yellow one's boost. Boost, baby. To get ripping up the hill with full 85 Newton meters. So I'll use that when I'm climbing techie stuff, coming up some steep hills, meandering most of the downhill. I'll have that bad boy on boost. But now, cruising up the road, I'll usually be on mode 2 and just meander back up. So here we go, we're back on the front side of Keira. Peeled off the road there. We're on the Itchy and Scratchy. An old track. Been through a few additions. Some of the main key features are still here, which is lovely. And again, thanks to the trail fairies who have been working their magic on these tracks for years. Light up, blow up, more sand. So again, you go from crazy clay and dirt to the sandy sandstone front side. Mega cool, man. Hurry up. And again, why I constantly think about going to Derby. Hurry up. Little jankmate corner here. Been around for years. Now that is a big old cliff edge there. So don't go too far. Make sure you make that right. Alright. Real chunky and rough through here. A bit blind. Holds a lot of water, unfortunately. So pick your time when you come down there, that's for sure. Let's switch it back out on the Keira Road. So we turned up to the lookout, and now we're back on the front side. Let's see if you can recognize some of this. This now is Frenchy. There's a French Connection. The downhill, the OG. Frenchie's been around for many, many years. Well over 20 plus years. The links under the face of Mt Keira. Again, a great track. Climb up, climb down. I train a lot on this track, especially on the e-bike over the years for enduro. Even back before I moved to Canada, spent a lot of time training on this track. On the XC bike, pretty much any bike I'll get my hands on, really. Like that. It's pretty tight and wiggly, so you want to watch your ankles, your elbows, give the bike a bit of a maneuver. There's a lot going on. As the cicadas sing for us, coming back down. Real rough section here. You can let it eat a little bit, and back into the tight and twisty. Whoa. There's that steep little climb we came up earlier. Woo. Through the creek. It's been wonderfully restored. Well, the floods, we had a bunch of floods here a few years ago. Destroyed a lot of our tracks. But our community built network has never been better. The little pedal here, as you see, probably can't tell on the GoPro with the e-bike, but a bit of a climb, a bit of flat stuff, and back into some cool corners. So this track, I guess you would associate French Connection, Frenchies as it's affectionately known, the black one. Not a gnarly black one, but I think it's a bit more than a frisky blue. But I would say this is probably a soft black. Does that make any sense? If soft black is a thing. There's a bit of exposure. There's a bit of steep rocks. There's a couple of steep little climbs, which is where we're on now. Makes it a little bit more difficult than a standard blue track. Made the mistake a few years ago thinking this was the green one and took some riders down it and rapidly worked out it was not a green track. We're back out into the open. Yeah. So there's the start of Frenchie down to the road. Come out here to a beautiful lookout. Again over Mt Keira, Lake Illawarra, Mt Kembla over there to our right. Well, straight ahead I should say, to my right is Mount Brisbane. That's where we call home. Righto, let's get stuck into the steep and deep. This bad boy, Italian job. This one's gnarly, and especially at the moment. So, you'll get away with it, but brace yourself, because this bad boy is pretty hectic. Lots of rocks, a lot of exposure, oh, a couple of mandatory maneuvers, little climb back up here, oh, a double down, step over rock, some big chunky roots. I'm going to go to the left here. There's a big straight line chute there, but I like this left. Doesn't get ridden enough. It's almost harder to get to now. Chunky monkey, big traverse, back across, and we're away. There we are, back on Missing Link. Just there we rode before, and we're going back in the other side. So Missing Link has a couple of different options. This is a great option to cut off Italian job onto. If you ride this track the opposite direction of what we started, you can come back along this one. Another techy little climb, undulates, bunch of corners, some beautiful big rocks that are covered in moss. Technical little sections, it's really nice. And on to the beginning of Missing Link. So back onto the original OG Missing Link loop, another XC loop you can lap out and make a little circuit out of. Completely stay off the road, which is awesome. And now this is the end of it. Spits us right back down on the Mt Keira Road. Alright. So pretty much on our way home now. We've done all the steep and deep and the cool tracks on the other side. And now we're on our way back down the front side to some of the OGs. Whoa, that's bigger than you think. Down the front side of Keira. And then now we're here, coming down Mt Keira. Frenchie, Italian job, Missing Link. Holy baby. Early entrance, oh, big old branch down there. That's annoying. And into the original step down. Oh my goodness, that's been there for years and I love it every time. Chunky little switchbacks here into barrel jump. Wow, it's been there for a long time. Come down here, a couple of massive berms that are go through have gone through huge phases of evolution. Do not go up there. It's all private and you're not welcome. Over the rock and away we go. So that track right there, that's called Grease. We're gonna lurk around the side here. There's Huckers and there's Dirt Circus. Great track, super high speed, mega fun. But this one, no skidding. That's just the rules. This one, it's called Old Man's Trail and it's sick. Woo! Got a two-wheel drift there. Nice and fun. Old Man's Trail. Oh. Plenty of loopy berms. Now it's not that hard, but it's a little bit steep, a bit difficult. A couple of cool wall rides. Woo! There's a big old double jump there that I don't quite have the talent for today. Oh, another wall ride. So good. Oh, little man, can you? Alright. Half Nelson. Ha! So what we're going to do down here, we're going to cut across and cut down to the lower end of Holy Trail. Hello! Big old rock garden to finish. My goodness, this is a chunky monkey. Oh, I smoked my wheel through here the other day. So fingers crossed we don't do that again. And lurk our way down here. Over the rock, blind, fast, rough. Woo! We're almost home. Well, trend settings. There you have it. It's pretty much one of my favourite loops to do, especially when I come home from being overseas. A lot of bang for your buck, heaps of dirt, a great welcome home to Mt Keira. Loves it.